So what would you really do if you could just imagine up a dream mate? So this film stars Paul Dano, who plays Calvin, and Zoe Kazan as Ruby. Don't know who they are? Don't worry, neither did I. But they both have a long list of credits on IMDb. It's an indie film, so unknowns are kind of cool, right? At first, I thought I'd be bored because I thought this was going to be a typical underdog story. Here we go. But it's not that. Zoe Kazan, who plays Ruby Sparks, actually wrote this quirky little tale about a guy who reached success early in life, but now is struggling to be productive, not just professionally, but personally too. You know what I'm saying? You know? You know?
Why do you think you're not writing?
I don't know. I get a good idea, and then, bam, I start thinking that is the stupidest thing ever.
And that's kind of like a worst nightmare come to life, to peak at a young age, and then where do you go? No place but down.
Sparks, 26 years old, raised in Dayton, Ohio.
Why Dayton?
Sounds romantic. Ruby got kicked out of high school for sleeping with her art teacher, or maybe her Spanish teacher. I haven't decided yet.
I'm glad you found something that inspires you.
It inspires me like I'm falling in love with her.
So this guy Calvin finds out that the dream girl that he was actually writing about suddenly appeared in his room. Cue the normal freak out, which I appreciated that they included.
Calvin, are you mad at me?
Remember how Dad used to say I had an overactive imagination?
That's true. Calvin, but there's no possible way that Ruby's in your house because she's not a real person.
Everything is bliss until his real girlfriend and himself have real relationship issues. And Calvin doesn't like it.
Can you see her?
Calvin!
She's real. Ruby!
What is going on with you?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Kiss me, stupid.
There's got to be some logical explanation.
People don't appear out of thin air.
She did.
How?
I don't know how. It's love. It's magic.
So remembering the fact that Calvin essentially controls Ruby, the slippery slope begins and eventually comes to a crashing end. And that's all I'm telling you about the plot. I will say that the reveals in this plot were perfectly timed. They avoided the pitfalls of too much predictability. There are elements that are predictable that you can't really get around in these kind of films, but the script was witty and well written. Say that again and again and again and again. Not so much bad, but I just want to give a global what's up with that to all the movies that are coming out this year that are set in real time. They're supposed to be, you know, you and me, real life, normal, real everyday life, except for there's one crazy magical event that happens and we're supposed to freak out, but then we're supposed to just go with it. Two that come to the top of my mind are Searching for a Friend for the End of the World and Ted. I have to tell you that at first I didn't think I would like this movie, but in the end I found it quite charming. I think this is the kind of movie that you can see as a casual matinee. It doesn't have to be the top of your list, but once you go through all the blockbusters that are on your list, go ahead and buy a ticket for this one.